This one thing helped me so much in being confident and actually understanding how I want to act in my life. Hey, my name is Sophie, and on this channel, Aligned and Magnetic, we talk all about spirituality, self-growth, feminine energy, and the mindset shifts. And literally, the thing I'm going to share with you, it has literally shifted my mindset. And the thing is that you are the main character of your story, okay? You have this movie and you're playing there the biggest role, okay? You are the center of the movie. Like the people that watch the movie, they watch it because of you, okay? Understand that. And so now imagine if you wanted to be in a movie, like what movie would it be? Would it be a thriller? Would it be a comedy? Would it be a rom-com? Okay, really decide for yourself and then realize some of the things that are actually happening in that movie you like. Okay, so for me, I love romance and I love comedy, so I would be probably in the rom-com somewhere. And understanding this has really helped me to understand what is the role I want to be playing in my life. Like, how do I want to interact with the outside world, okay? But now let's get into the tips of how to actually become that main character, or rather, how to actually realize that you are the main character. So as I've said already, I would probably be in a rom-com movie. And don't judge me, I think I would match there, okay? But I have noticed that those main characters, they usually aren't perfect, okay? Usually they go through this character development, this evolution, and usually they start off as, for example, I don't know, insecure, or like they are not having the best time of their lives, but then throughout the movie they evolve into someone that is literally such an icon, okay? And they live this amazing life that is just full with joy and comedy and romance. And the thing is that they were not perfect, but then they evolved into that better version of themselves. And so how did I actually put that into the practice of my life? I have noticed that I, as a person, as me, Sophie, I am a person that loves to grow, okay? I love to always evolve and I always want to better myself, which is amazing, I think. It's a quality I am really proud of. But sometimes that happens to me that I put this pressure on myself that I cannot stay at one place for a long time. I always need to be moving, and that I feel is a little too much. I feel like I have just grown so quickly. Like I am usually not thinking about the same things that usually people in my age think about. And that's great, but I feel like I want to be that child again. Like I want to just be sad, go home, do nothing, procrastinate someday, and be okay with it and not be judging myself. But if that happened to me and I'd come home and I'd procrastinate the whole day, I would feel so bad, so ashamed, because I'd feel like I'm not moving and that behavior wouldn't actually match my highest version of myself, which is the truth. But the thing is, it doesn't necessarily need to all the time. So I realized that I can be imperfect sometimes. I don't need to be this perfect person that always is growing and always is moving around, and I don't need to be all that. You know, I can sometimes just be myself, be sad, cry, be dramatic, be emotional, and that's okay, because when you're watching a movie, there is always a scene where the main character is sad, they're crying, it's emotional, it's dramatic, and it's normal, and you need to have that in the movie so that it's actually interesting, so that it's like it's dynamic, okay? And your life should be also dynamic. It shouldn't be always the growth, the movement. No. So I have realized that I want to welcome that into my life, and now I feel so much lighter because I feel like, yeah, I can go home and I can cry, and that's okay. I can go home and I can go take a nap. I can do whatever. I don't always need to be the perfect Sophie that I have always imagined myself to be. So the message is, do not be harsh on yourself and really give yourself time to be not perfect, because that will help you tremendously and you will feel way more relaxed throughout your life. And I think that you will probably even grow faster than you normally would. The other thing is that I like to do things for fun. In the past, I would always think, okay, if I do this, how will this affect me in the long run? Like, will it benefit me? But now I'm just thinking, okay, if I do this, how will I feel? Will I feel good? Will I feel excited? Will I feel like I have just experienced something new? And this also helped me to do things that I have never tried, because I would think, okay, like, it doesn't matter, like, why should I go talk with a guy? I know it's not getting anywhere, but like, why shouldn't I? Like, if I make the move, if I go there and I talk, will I feel good? Yeah, I will. Will I feel like I'm confident because I have literally came up to someone and started to talking to them, even though that's not my normal thing I do? Yeah, I will feel amazing. I will feel confident and I will be proud of myself. And is it actually something that would evolve me tremendously? Maybe not, but will I feel good? Yeah. Or other thing, I was with my friend on this event and it was really late and we haven't eaten so much. And then we felt like, oh my gosh, what if we buy a chocolate? I don't eat chocolate so much because I know it's not really, sugars. It's not really healthy. It's not really something I would think that would really benefit me in the long run. But we have just thought, okay, if we buy it, how will we feel? Like, at this moment, how would we feel if we bought it and we ate it? Whole chocolate. Like, I wouldn't do that, like, never. But in that moment, I was like, goddamn, let's do it, okay? And as I've told you, it's not that it will benefit me. It won't actually even. But I, in that moment, will feel so good. And that's the thing. The main characters in the movies, they always do things for fun, for the good feeling. Like, okay, they are dramatic. They do things just for the plot, okay? They do things just for the plot so that it's interesting for the viewer, but also for you. I mean, if you do the same thing, the daily routine every day, and nothing changes, like, you will feel depleted. You will feel like nothing's actually changing. And yeah, I know that routines are amazing. I think that it's really amazing for growth, but you cannot be stuck in those structures, in those routines. And sometimes doing something just for the plot, like eating a chocolate for a dinner, like, I mean, how amazing is that? I felt like if this was in a movie, I would love it. I would love it. I'd be like, oh my gosh, that is such an amazing move. And I know that I'm talking here about a chocolate, a stupid chocolate, but in that moment, it really was the thing for me. And you can make that thing for you. Anything could be that thing, okay? So really listen to yourself. When you feel like you wanted to do something, like, do it. If it is morally okay, like if it's not something bad, and it doesn't need to benefit you in any way, just do it, because you do that for the feeling. It's an investment in yourself, not in your growth, but in yourself through the feeling, okay? So do things just for the plot. I mean, I love that mindset of doing things just for fun, doing things just for the plot, so that you later have stories to tell. I mean, that's such an incredible thing. And I feel like in the last years, when I was so focused on my growth and trying to be better, I haven't done so many exciting things. I feel like I don't have so many stories to tell, and I want to change that. I want to be one day that grandma that will always tell you these stories and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like, what did you do? I want to be that, and that is part of the main character vibes. And if we go to the confident main character vibes, so the thing is, you need to feel like you're the main character. What does that mean? You need to feel like you're the center of this planet, okay? You need to feel like you are being sent here by the God, okay? You need to feel like when you go somewhere, like everyone will look at you and they'll be like, oh my gosh, that's her. And so how can you actually feel it? Well, firstly, you need to embody it. So think, how would my main character self behave in this situation? Like, how would they walk? How would they dress? Like today, it really was so sunny, and I know that the weather will be good, so I just took a dress. I wore a dress into the schools. When I went to school, I wore a dress, and I loved it. And was I almost the only one that did it? Yeah. But was I the main character? Absolutely. I felt like it. I loved it. So really, you need to embody that version of the main character energy. And I mean, it's really up to you, because my idea of the main character will be different than yours, and that's good, because I mean, that's my story. I have my story and you have your story. So don't forget that your main character energy can be different, because you are not the same as everybody else. Your highest version of yourself is also not the same as everybody else's. So really don't try to be like everyone else, because when I tell you my view on this, you shouldn't be thinking, oh my gosh, I want to replicate that, I want to copy that, and I want to be the same. I want to be, as Sophie said, her highest version of herself, her main character. Don't do that. You need to find your main character. And how can you do that? Well, firstly, you can think about it. I mean, that's a great start. And then I would journal about it. And when you have some ideas, I would make a Pinterest board. So I have this Pinterest board where I put women, and I love their energies. So there are women in the nature, there are women in cafes, I have there women that have curls, and I just really made it my main character self. And I think that you should do it too, because it will give you this crystal clear picture. Like, you will know exactly who do you want to become. You will know exactly how does your main character self, how do they behave, how do they look, like what is their energy. And then when you have that in your mind, you can be like, okay, I want to embody it now. And when you will feel it, okay? Naturally, you will feel it. And everybody else will also feel it. That's the thing. When you think or feel something, everybody else feels that too. And it's because of our auras, like our electromagnetic fields. They interact with each other, and they share this information. So when you feel something, they will feel it too. And that's the reason why when you make a Pinterest board and you see this woman, you know her energy. Even though you don't know the person, you can sense her energy. And it's because she's radiating something, and your electromagnetic fields actually can pick up on that and feel it. So that is probably everything for this video. I loved it. I hope you did too. And if you feel like you need some guidance, someone to help you with your main character energies, someone to help you and identify your limiting beliefs, well, you can sign up to my private one-on-one coaching sessions where I guide you through all that, and I help you to actually grow and become the highest version of yourself. So to sign up, you can DM me on my Instagram, or you can look in the box below where there's a link and you can set up the meeting there. So have an amazing day. I hope you loved it. I did. I already said that. Doesn't matter. Have an amazing day. I love you. Bye.